Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Podcast System. This week's episode we have myself, Matthew, Jack, Sam, and joining us this week are Dan and Micky.
Hi!
Hello guys!
Hello. Good evening.
Cool. Jason can't be with us because I think he's in LA, isn't he?
He's in LA.
In America.
Los Angeles.
He's with Street Pass LA, probably.
He's literally just been retweeted by the Nintendo UK page if you want to see a picture of him. Yeah. How nice is that?
That is pretty nice.
Nintendo UK or Street Pass UK?
Nintendo UK.
No, Street Pass. I saw a Street
No,
Pass. LA.
Nintendo UK have retweeted him. Now everyone knows who he is.
Yay.
Be worried.
But as I said, Dan and Micky from, I believe, Street Pass Southampton's group have joined us. Why don't you two say something about yourselves?
Dan, up to you.
Thank you. Yeah, my name's Dan, 27, and basically been playing Nintendo games since I got into games. Basically, inherited my older brother's Mega Drive, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and never looked back. Basically,
Good games.
Indeed, I knew you'd like that.
Mm-hmm.
That is. I'm Micky, I'm 17, I'm a big fan of Pokemon and Fire Emblem, and I've basically been playing Nintendo pretty much since like 5 or whenever.
Well, Fire Emblem since you were 5 or 4?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I played some of the original ones on the Game Boy.
Alright. I never really had a Game Boy growing up. I had an Xbox.
Actually, it was Game Boy Advance to be fair, but whenever.
Yeah. So those are two guests for this week's episode, which is kind of special, of course, because it was E3 just a couple of days ago. We're recording this on the Friday, the 19th of June. Pretty big time, not really big success. Let's just say that.
No.
Yeah, we'll be getting into that. But first of all, we're going to get into what have we been playing for these past 2 weeks. So this is the what have we been playing section. You may know this by now, depending on if you're old and new. Basically, we just talk about what we have been playing over the past 2 weeks. Anybody want to start us off?
That's a no.
Oh, Scott. Because you always end up with me.
I'll start. So Sam, you
I'll go. I've kind of backtracked. I've been playing Mario Kart because, as Jack may have previously mentioned, we've been seeded in a Mario Kart Championship online.
Oh, do we have to talk about this?
I heard you did
really well. Yeah.
You did pretty good.
I won one race, yeah. So
race,
I'll talk about that.
At the end of the day, those people who weren't seeded, probably might be really good, and we just didn't know, and they've just never played up until now.
There's been a big influx of new players into that group, so it's really good for it, to be honest. And,
yeah, and then Smash Brothers, really, because of the new content and stuff.
Yeah.
Ryu and Roy.
I
and
still can't
Lucas.
afford it.
I managed.
Oh god.
I managed to have enough for all three. Dreamland, and for some reason I got the Splatoon costumes.
I mean, the entire content bundle was like £26.68 or something like that.
Yeah, but the thing
I
is,
got it all as well.
I don't know if they do the same thing, but the bundle isn't really a bundle. It's just all for the same price if you buy them individually. So it's just more convenient.
Yeah,
Is it?
There's
was
no
a discount.
Like that
Not
was the
really,
last
not
time as
now.
well.
Did you actually stop and count it?
Pardon?
Did you actually stop and count it?
Well, I guess I just wanted to see.
I think it's a little lower if you
Yes.
buy the bundle.
Yeah, it may be just a little old, but last time I think I remember the Me bundle. Me costume bundle last time was
They did do that as well.
Yeah.
They separated the Me bundles.
But
The Mario
specifically-
Kart DLC was cheaper when you bought two together.
Yeah, the Splatoon. Yeah, that was only £11. That was really good price.
Yeah,
So I
good
don't
deal.
know. I don't know if Smash was really it's a tad overpriced. I'm happy to pay for it, of course, but it's just a bit overpriced.
It is a lot for add-on content.
Yeah.
For 3 characters, is it 3 or 2 new maps and
They just
all those me stuff? I suppose it is slightly overpriced.
Isn't the term new a bit of a stretch? Isn't Dreamlands from
Well,
The
I
previous
enjoyed
game.
that
Oh,
match,
and-
so
yeah,
I'm happy to buy it. But
the N64 one, yeah.
out of the 3 DLC, who's your main out of them? Mine's probably gonna be our Roy Boy. Wait,
Who's
oh,
our boy?
no, I mixed that up. I said
Oh,
our
dear.
Boy. No, our boy Roy. There we go.
I do really like Ryu though.
Yeah,
the
I'm
whole
afraid it's Ryu for me.
combinations of the same ones from Street Fighter, you can use them in Smash. That's a real big plus point.
when you
for
get the
game.
little
Yeah.
power boost, don't you?
Yes, you get an extra sort of attack kind of thing, and it does work really well. He's really quite a smooth, good character in the game. So it's,
Yeah.
So if
I
you
don't,
do
I don't think I'll be able
like
to pull them off.
if you do the quarter roll forward, it does the moves.
yeah,
It's not just like right B and up B.
that's it.
Oh wow. Well, yeah. Colour me impressed.
Lucas, anyone? Lucas?
Kind of. I'm probably more comfortable with Ness, but I just probably need to get
I-
more.
I
actually-
find Lucas to be an easier version of Ness, to be honest.
I don't know.
He's a little bit different in this one,
because
definitely,
like, yeah,
but not. He's a good different, definitely.
he's good different. I
He
guess.
seems to be a
I'd say-
bit quicker.
I'd say most of the old, if not all of them, all the old characters have got good different.
Yeah, I mean, even the Roy's had some extra sort of boosts and slight development
Yeah.
and Mewtwo beforehand as well. So it's good that they've taken the old characters and tried something different with them rather than just bung in the same sort of move.
Oh
set
yeah,
and everything.
I also like how Ryu has 2 final smashes.
Yeah.
Oh, close combat and the distance one.
Yeah, like the big Hadouken thing.
Oh, Dukan.
Yeah, I think that's like really cool, like a really cool feature to add, and shows like how much love Ryu's getting. And it's cool that we finally have a fighting game character represented in a fighting game.
Well, technically, we have 3 extras.
Yeah, we have Virtual Fire and Tekken getting in as
Yeah.
well, which I think is pretty cool.
As me costumes, which isn't quite the same, but you know, it's
But
still nice little touch.
I would rather than me costumes than actual fighters, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I would, because like
I suppose neither of those games have actually had been any games on those Nintendo
Yeah.
consoles. So,
and
you know.
plus like Ryu is like iconic because he was like one of the first, wasn't he?
Well, Street Fighter 2 was massive on the SNES, so
Exactly. So
it definitely deserves its place. You know.
but yeah, nevertheless, Smash DLC Con was cool. Anybody got something?
What I've been playing recently.
Yeah.
What have you been playing recently?
I have. I just started a new save on Animal Crossing.
Hey, Animal Crossing!
I know, right?
Which one?
Hey.
New Leaf or?
New Leaf, of course.
Alright.
Of course.
I know. I'm leaving college next week, so I thought I might as well play that, have a little bit every day, since I have time to do it now.
Alright.
Because originally, like, I'd leave it for ages, and I'd come back, and all my favourite neighbours would just leave.
Weeds everywhere.
Yeah,
covered in
weeds, everywhere,
weeds.
cockroaches.
Well, I had a beautiful
Those
town,
horrible
so
red
I don't
flowers.
really get that.
Graveyards and ghosts everywhere.
No, I
wait,
never
I'm going
had-
too
I never
far.
had I never had the beautiful town. I had like the easy money one, because
Yeah.
get money. It's way better. Money.
I did play that recently. It was a bit weird going back.
Yeah.
And it's because I watched the movie, I think, just before the last episode. Like, it's this sort of like anime movie sort of
Wow.
thing. There's no
There's
like,
an Animal Crossing anime movie.
yeah, it's like it's this
Really?
Yeah, there is like.
I'm pretty sure there's a short anime series, but I didn't know there was
I'm gonna have to.
No,
look
it's
into
like
this.
it's like a movie. It's like about an hour and a half. It was
Ooh.
nice. It was like it really is. Like, there's no real story to it. It's like just this little girl just moves in and she's like, oh, here's a town thing. But it really does like embrace like the whole Animal Crossing game really well into the movie. Like you've got the characters are well brought in, like Red, you know, the deer that's kind of shady. They brought him really well in. you've got like a lot of characters that are represented very well.
In both the series and from the games, kind of thing.
I guess so, yeah.
Cool.
Anybody else? Because
Lots of Splatoon.
yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. We're
Been
getting
playing so
And I
much.
just
yeah. Like my biggest problem, right? Like everybody's saying like about voice chat, which doesn't really bother me. I think it's better without voice chat.
Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
I mean, we've been Skyping anyway and doing it, but yeah.
Yeah. And the lack of voice chat. Oh no, I just said that. How long gonna have a drink?
But yeah, it's. I know you're trying to say, but it's the new things coming bit by bit rather than all at once is quite a big bonus, I think. I mean, we've got the paintbrush recently, and I know Sam's been playing with that quite well.
Yeah.
It's
It's my weapon of choice.
Weapon of choice. And we're getting the stages one by one as well. Well, maybe two sometimes, but it's it's not.
there a second one?
There's another one being released tomorrow, if I read it correctly,
Depot, I think.
or today.
How interesting.
Yeah, it's probably will be out by now. That brings the total up to 8, I believe.
Yeah, but
Um,
the first one that they did is literally in the single player. So it's,
I think they all
I
are,
don't
to
know,
be honest, mate.
yeah, the cynic in me kind of says, well, yeah, it's great that they can keep on releasing it, but the stuff's like already there.
Yeah, like-
so-
Yeah, they've finished like a lot of the stuff, but it's like their reasoning was that as players get more accustomed to the game, and like we will be releasing more technical maps and stuff. Which
I think it's
don't-
good.
Like, don't get me wrong, like it's free DLC and stuff, and it does keep the longevity of the game. But I'd much rather have it all together.
Yeah, I don't think that really holds any water, saying that we'll wait till the player base gets better, because that
Yeah.
never happens, because there's new people joining all the time. So
Exactly.
Because there's not the new content to get new players, so
And like, but my biggest problem, like out of everything, it would have to be the fact that you can only place 2 stages per mode
Yeah.
every 4
They need
hours.
to cut down the cooldown time. It's too long. 4
I
hours is way too long.
honestly don't mind it. Really, it's all right.
Well, like, hopefully it'll be like okay as more modes come
Then
in.
again, that's probably because I'm not very good at it, but whatever.
But like, it's annoying when I have to time it a bit more, if you know what I mean. Like, I just want to get on and like at least have a good chance of playing a map that I really want to play. Like Kelp Dome, for example. I was craving that for like about 4 days, but didn't manage to play it until about yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is like really unfair.
if you when you're looking, you're in the lobby and you see the map rotations, or at least when you're searching for players, it looks like there's space
Yeah,
for a
one
third.
more.
Yeah, so
So I hope they do that. Like even that will make it better, but then again, they really need like more stuff like just that release date. Like I just don't know why they've done that. I think Sammy said last time it was because of servers.
Yeah,
Something
it
that
probably
may
comes
be
down to
right.
server strength.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but still,
I've gone about servers.
I mean, we've had a few times where we've had disconnections and stuff, which has been a bit of a-
Disconnections or
Just a few, yeah.
bad partnering, apparently.
But other than that, it's not been too bad, to be honest. I don't think it's.
but
In general, the game plays well, so.
Splatoon
But it
is
wasn't a
still
demo.
fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, I went back to the regular splash shot. With the burst bombs. Basically the balloons and then the balloon bomber. So like, just a general splatter shot, not the junior, not like the Tentatek, just the old general. I managed to get 16 kills and no death and over 1,000 points, and it's really because like even though killing doesn't really matter, like you really do feel really good just actually killing people, if you know what I mean. Like even though it doesn't contribute, it just feels really good to ink your opponents. Let's say.
Ink your opponents.
Yeah, because it's a PG-7 game.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yes. I have actually been playing Punch-Out for the Wii. Yeah, so I
Yes,
got
I
it from,
saw this.
Yeah, I got it when I returned from Street Pass Southend last week. it's a really good Wii game. I started playing it, I thought, oh, I could potentially do this by tomorrow because I was storming through it, and then like when I reached, I think it was Great Tiger on the second circuit. I was like, oh, like I've lost like just about once. Maybe I should leave it tomorrow. Managed to be in tomorrow and had a couple of problems with Don Flamenco. His name is.
Yeah.
And then like when I reached the road circuit, like the level of difficulty is like much higher. Like it really is like the Irish one.
Yeah.
Like you have to hit it at like just the right times. As it comes
Punch
into
Out.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah, Punch Out in general, it pulls no punches, but it's a good game. It's a really hard, difficult
I've
game.
never ever played a second of Punch Out ever.
Oh man.
I would recommend.
Cool.
I played the NES version. It's alright, but I prefer the Wii version because it's like more character and like there's more like tells to everything.
Is there motion controls?
I prefer just using the Wii remote and just using it as a D-pad. With,
Can you use the
you
motion
can
controls
use-
and that kind of?
I
That'd be
think
pretty
you
sick.
can. Yeah, but I would.
Okay.
I recommend just doing it like a NES controller. You could buy it on the Wii U Virtual Console as well.
Oh yeah.
But I decided to buy it on.
you- I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I decided to buy it on the disc. I just like buying stuff on the disc
Cool.
better. And it's cheaper on the
Talking,
disc.
yeah,
Um,
cheaper.
But yeah, I managed to beat Sandman, who's the final one on the world circuit. And the Bit UK are doing this challenge. They've complete a game. When you get to the credits, it counts towards a point towards games completed in 2015. So I exclaimed, "Oh look, I've finished Punch Out for the Wii." Now Jack says that that's not allowed because I have to do the plus mode.
If you can beat the plus mode, I'd be very impressed. So
I've gone through the first circuit on the plus mode, but I got to the credits, so that counts as a point.
that counts. That's fine. We'll let you have
Exactly.
it. That's fine. Talking of eShop games, I purchased Paper Mario this week.
Which one?
Well, last week.
Ooh, nice.
The original.
The original.
Oh yes, I remember you getting very excited about that.
Yes, I do. I do love this game quite a lot. I played so much of it on the N64.
I'd say the GameCube one was my favourite, but the original one's pretty good.
Yeah, I never played the first. I only played GameCube and Wii.
Yeah, 1000 Year Door is the best.
Oh,
Thousand Year Door is incredible, and it looks 100 times better than this one. But
Sticker Star,
it's
honestly, it's
still
right.
Still got its charm to it, and it still plays really well. And it's got some really like humorous sort of sections in it. There's part of it where you've got to be Princess Peach, and you're hiding around her castle, which has obviously been kidnapped by Bowser again. But there's one part where you've got to bake a cake as Princess Peach, just to help out people later on. But it's mental, absolutely mental.
Sounds
Yeah. I've got pretty much halfway through, I think, at the moment. So we're getting there.
If I was gonna get a Nintendo 64 title, I'll probably get Paper Mario because I always like Mario RPGs. Like I've played Mario and Luigi. I played Bowser's Inside Story and Dream Team Rose.
I've got Mario and Luigi as well, and the first one maybe.
Yeah, I've got that. I still have to get through that. I haven't gone on it in a while. But I do like the Mario RPGs and stuff. But yeah, is that all for whatever we've been playing?
Dan?
We've covered it really because Splatoon
Yeah,
is just
really fun.
I know, yeah. There's no, it's just fun. You can, if you don't turn on when the maps change, you don't have to watch the news 2 times in a row. Which I've done a couple of times. Yeah.
To anybody who hasn't played Splatoon, watch out because Dan is vicious and he will hunt you down.
That's I'm not saying that. That's coming from somebody else. That's
Like
Whereas
20 splats. No.
Anyway,
Whereas
when,
I
when they're
would
not,
be painting the trees, but don't even count.
yeah, that's
Just
what
sat there,
Mickey does the
we
whole.
played Splatoon, and Sam's like, Mickey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm painting this tree. And he's like, that doesn't count. I know, but we've got
I like to
tree.
paint the trees.
Mickey turns into Alice. I got to paint the trees and the flowers.
Sam's rage levels grew and grew exponentially as the game went on. As more and more trees were painted, Sam just
It's
got
like,
more and more mad.
We would have lost by about 30%, but on the overhead view, I'd be like, look, there's my tree I painted.
But in between that, Dan and Sam have been trying to sort of tutor me how to play Monster Hunter as well, and doing a sort of slow playthrough through that. And maybe we'll have to come back to that another
Yeah,
time.
I kind of need to get. Everyone's playing that recently.
Yeah.
That is also the best game, design-wise. It's just perfect.
They've incorporated some more stuff now, haven't they, for June?
What do you think?
Yes, monthly DLC.
Animal Crossing and Devil May Cry
Oh
for your
my God.
Palicos.
Wow, that's a different combo, isn't it?
The missions are really easy for it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Animal Crossing one, you just have to catch a fish.
Oh, right.
Then Devil May Cry one, you got to slay quite an easy monster, and that's it.
Brilliant.
Well, I guess they
It's
can't
really
be too hard, otherwise people won't be able to get them.
Well, you say that, but it's really hit and miss, because, like, the Blanca mission was a piece of cake, but then, like, sometimes it'll be proper high-rank, G-rank stuff to even... You know, you have to be a certain level to even unlock the mission.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, you're going to get your ass handed to you.
Apparently the
whatever.
Mario and Luigi one's like that.
Oh,
Yeah, the I had a crack at that with a few other guys, and that is, you know, the Kongalas, the big farting monkeys.
What?
Yes, Mickey.
Yeah, you have to fight two of those, a red one and a green one, and they carry mushrooms on their tails. And halfway through the fight, they eat the mushrooms and get like 10 times bigger. And then you have to kill them.
I imagine the mushrooms would also make their farts like 10 times potent.
Yeah, that was difficult.
Yeah.
So
It's
I have
good.
like one requirement for the Mario costume. Still working on it.
Yeah.
So I'm still really enjoying the game. I think it's surprising me because it was one I sort of just got because it was cheap. I didn't really expect much of it, and it's been really good.
I got a week off after this week. I am playing the hell out of it because I really need to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Got all the Gol Magala gear, just...
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know Monster Hunter,
Me, yeah.
play it.
But
But yeah,
that sort of wraps up for what we have been playing these past 2 weeks. I think by next time I'll probably be having Yoshi's Woolly World.
ooh,
I'm
have you got
actually-
amiibos?
Yeah, I'm actually very hyped for that. To be honest, I'm
Didn't
actually
a
getting.
certain somebody cancel their pre-order for that?
Yeah, I think there's been an issue in France. I was just reading actually.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, some of the stock's been destroyed by some of the French sort of game shops because
Wait,
of
destroyed.
damaged goods. Yeah, damaged goods not good enough to sell to
Define, like,
the
destroyed.
public.
Do you mean like just
As in-
accidentally damaged or like?
As in thrown into a furnace and burnt.
Oh man,
Oh
that's
no!
all
Yoshis.
those Yoshis are just burning in a fire. It's
Is there
just
any
like, oh my
particular
God.
reason why? Or
Because they're already damaged. Apparently, they're all like parts missing or
It's
like
yeah,
arms falling
the
off.
Yoshis, they aren't good enough. We put them in
Yeah.
fire.
Burn Yoshi Island! Ah!
Suck the blood, they're terrible.
Oh my God. I knew there's a reason why I let you come on here.
It was Fire Emblem and French Impressions. Fire
That's it.
Hang on, what do you mean you let him on here? It's Matt's show.
Well, like, he mentioned him, so we don't have Jason. So
Hi, Jason. By the way, if you're listening, I'm waving.
Who-
Hi,
I'm waving.
I could pretend to Jason if you want. I could be like,
Yeah, we're the new Jason, so.
I'm
Yeah.
Jason.
I'm Jason.
Two is
I'm
better
also
than one.
Jason. Fallout 4. I love it.
Tail.
I really do hope he listens to it now.
Check out my stupid little beard. Oh.
Anyway,
but as I said,
Got a very nice beard.
all opinions expressed in the show aren't of everyone, by the way. It's just,
But this wraps up for this section. Heading on to the next section, we've got our big E3 discussion. Like
E3.
yes, like many other podcasts. So this is our discussion part. As I said, this is our E3 section. This is probably the reason we generally do a news section this week. So let's start off when Nintendo started off at E3 on Sunday. Masahiro Sakurai himself held a Super Smash Bros. Themed presentation talking about all the new DLC coming our way. Although it was released that day as well, which was really nice.
It was brilliant, yeah.
Straight after the direct.
Released now!
It was like,
They need to do that more often.
they do,
Then
but
again,
like
The servers
Then
just
it
died.
immediately
The servers
crashed
were like-
the eShop, yeah.
like I tried doing it, but like the servers, well, not the servers, but like the connection was like really slow. And as soon as I tried to buy something, it would go to the final screen, but before it went to like the proper final screen, it said error connection. So I had to do like the same
3
thing like a
hours.
lot of times. Yeah, it was like about a good couple of hours before I could get it. But yeah, it was still good content, as we said earlier. But Sakurai also talked about new stages coming along. We've got Peach's Castle and Hyrule Castle from Nintendo 64,
Yes!
which I think
Watch
is
out for those cyclones!
Yeah,
I never played the original, so
yeah, I never played the original, so I hope it comes to Virtual Console. To be honest,
would it though?
probably
No.
because it's N64,
No.
but
Maybe, but...
yeah, maybe.
No.
I would love it.
Oh.
No. We also finally got news on the tournament.
Coming in August, if I recall.
Yeah, coming
Yeah.
in August, which is like
Not too bad. Yeah.
like, not too bad, but like it's a bit too long for like just trying out all the servers and stuff. Like they've got the modes and stuff, which is good news.
Does it
And I-
support local play as well? The whole tournament thing.
Yes, from what I've
Does it?
heard, it does, yeah.
Alright.
So it's
That's
basically ideal for like Speed Pass events and such.
Yes, it will be.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
Like
wait.
like that.
There's also the YouTube add-on for it as well,
Yeah, the
which,
YouTube
me
add-on,
and, which me and Sam thought happened straight away, but apparently it's not till August. So.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
But-
because
but
we
that's
were
the cool
playing
thing.
and you were like, "Oh look, Mickey did an embarrassing thing. Let's put it on."
Let's put it on YouTube, and
And
no,
you're like,
we
oh,
couldn't do
God.
it.
And no
Oh.
names appear in the replays as well, which was another upset. So
I was like, "Yay, my!"
They might change that in the update. You never know, but we'll have to wait and see.
maybe.
I won't delete all your replays this time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that was a good 20-minute presentation by Sakurai himself, which was a good start to E3. Like a really good start.
He also talked about amiibos, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, he talked about Amiibo,
Yes.
like
Final-
Game &
Final Four.
Watch. How he's
He'll have interchangeable figurines.
yeah, that's
And-
pretty cool.
And how Rob has like 2 different color schemes.
Yes, he has
Yeah,
a Famicom one in Japan.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, and then that's pretty cool. We're also getting Me Fighter. Amiibo
Me
as well.
fighter, me swordsman, me gunner.
Yep.
Me don't care.
So yeah, like and after presentation, a good couple of hours later on, the Nintendo World Championships were held.
You forgot about Falco. You forgot about Falco. Okay, I'm my own now.
But the Nintendo World Championships returning for its first time in 25 years.
With the World
World
Championships, it's just America.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but it was really exciting.
It was really good.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live because I had to go in the next morning for revision, so I was like on about 11 at night.
Yeah,
but
it went on to quite late.
yeah, but just before then, Earthbound Beginnings, the Earthbound Beginnings was announced for release that same day, which pleased a lot of people in the crowd. Like there was like
It wasn't quite the one that everyone wanted, but it's still a good
it wasn't
announcement.
Mother 3, but like it pleased a lot of people because it was still a proper.
It still means there's potential for Mother 3 to appear in
Yeah.
the future, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, it does say that, but I probably won't get it. But it's sure to please like a lot of Earthbound fanboys out there.
There was a curiosity thing about this. It's priced at £7 something on the eShop, whereas all other NES games are priced at £5.
I think that's like fair,
Not
but
a lot of
not fair.
difference, but you know.
In a way, like it's not fair in terms of pricing, but then again, it is fair since it's sort of not exclusive, but it's a special thing.
There's a lot of other things happening around Mother and the Earthbound series, so it's the main problem why it's taken so long for it to come out in the first place. But yeah it's one of those things.
But yeah, the World Championships itself was really cool. Aaron from the Game Grumps were there, which I was
I reckon Aaron.
Yeah.
Cosmo as well. I knew of. He's the one who speedrun Legend of Zelda Ocarina. He's the one that discovered the little glitch so you can go from the first boss to the final boss.
I saw a video
about 10 minutes. Yeah, he's the one who discovered that. So
I'm pretty sure isn't the best speed run like 18 minutes or something?
yeah, that's him. He's the world record holder for it. So.
And
it took me like 5 years.
Yeah, so I won't really spoil for it who won the whole thing. But it was just insane fun to watch. Like the first round was Splatoon. If you lost the round, you had to go to this area called Underground, where you get a chance to survive.
That was a really good fallback for
it's like
so it's basically double elimination.
Yeah. Like the first elimination round was complete the first dungeon in Zelda, which I thought was very clever. Let's do it.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but it was a very good elimination round. Then the second round was Super Metroid, defeat Mother Brain and escape Planet Zebus, and then got Mario Kart and Smash, of course. You got Blast Ball was announced, and that was one of the.
That's a popular game, right?
Yeah, I think we'll talk more about that in a second.
And then they ended it with Super Mario Maker.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Which is like, what was weird is like when I just looked back at it just quickly, because as each game was being revealed, because you didn't know what each game was before each round, and they would do like this little figure thing. And when Splatoon was announced for the first round, people were like, "Oh yeah," like a little clapping and cheering. Then when Mario Maker was announced for like the final round, there wasn't many people cheering, but yet there was like a lot of excitement going on because like you could do like a lot of crazy stuff.
I'm not really like Mario Maker in general. It's just
So I think that was very clever because now I'm really excited for getting the game now, and
I think it was good in general, and it showed off the game.
What you could do, what you could do with Mario Maker, which I think was very important, to be honest. That was really fun, the whole thing in general. But then we have the digital event, and that's the thing that happened.
That happened, did it?
Yeah.
Did it happen?
I thought it was pretty good.
Like
the best bit of it was the start.
It's been a bit of a Marmite thing for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I still enjoyed it, but it wasn't like anything special like last year's or anything. I won't be getting to that in a second. But I like the Muppets. That was very entertaining.
It was amazing.
I was watching
Nintendo 63.
I was watching Sam once, and we were like really confused, just like watching them turn into like Fox and Falco.
Yeah.
And we were like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it was just
Gotta love
like
the
those are actually Muppets like created by the actual creator of the Muppets. So I think
Yeah,
that's
Jim
like
Henson
really cool.
Company.
Photo of him on Twitter.
Yeah.
They also they had all the puppets at E3 for everyone to have like photo opportunities with. Which I thought was quite cool.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they kept that general theme of like having fun in a way.
And in between game reveals, they had little like things happen.
Yeah.
As well, where they like dancing to the star music and things like that. It was like
so I was like, Really funny. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna go through each game in order.
Yeah.
So starting off, we got our first look at the Miyamoto's new Star Fox game, Star Fox
Yes.
Zero.
Yes.
It was a pretty good way to start it off, I have to admit. Like, I don't know, like the game will shape out to be because I'm like a bit worrying about it because it looks a bit.
I think it looks brilliant myself, but
It
I'm
looks fun,
slightly
but it
biased.
just looks like a bit barren in a way, if you know what I mean.
At the
Well,
moment,
they
yeah.
probably haven't finished it yet.
It didn't
Well,
actually
of course
show
they
any
haven't finished
much
it.
enemy sort of interaction in there, did it?
Yeah,
It just
so
sort of,
it was just like, oh right.
it showed what you could do with the air wing and different
Yeah.
different ways of you can
Yeah,
go
like,
into like the
you had-
walking
you had-
mode.
Yeah, you had the walker from the cancelled Star Fox 2.
Yeah, and they bring that into it, which is good.
Yeah.
They could have something extra like that.
I also like Miyamoto's story.
First person view.
Yeah. I also liked Miyamoto's like developer story because that's the thing that happens in the
Yeah,
official
it's
thing.
the truth. That's how he first designed Star Fox. It's from
Yeah,
that
like,
idea, the shrine
by
he
his-
lived next to.
So I thought that was really cool to see like how Star Fox was created and how Star Fox Zero has come to be. Holiday 2015 release, I think that's pretty good because Zelda's gone, so we do need a strong Nintendo franchise for Holiday 2015. It's gonna be pretty good game. I feel like good way.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was a good way to start off.
It's good to see the whole team back in there as well. And Pigma Degma is one of the bad guys coming back.
Yeah.
As a person who has never played Star Fox, would you recommend I go back and play some of the old ones before potentially looking at this one?
Yeah, same.
I've got the one on the 3DS. Well, Jay's borrowing at the moment, but yeah, you can give that a go if you want, Mickey. That's worth a go. I would definitely suggest.
I think it's on the eShop
trying
as
it
well.
before.
But,
Yeah.
Yes, it is actually on the eShop as well. Yeah. It's
how
30% off now at the moment. Yeah.
I've got no memory left on my 3DS, so that's great.
Yeah, that's the problem I got. But the interesting thing is the control setup on the actual
3DS or
pad.
the Wii U? Or the Wii U.
On the new one, the Wii U one.
Yeah.
Because it's all done. All the fire is by one button. So you got like the laser. You just press the button, hold it, you get a charge button. But before you had a bomb button as well. So I don't know how that's going to work because there was nothing. It said it was all going to be on one button to press to fire stuff.
Well, you're
So
probably
that's a
just
bit
gonna like
strange.
use the buttons to switch weapons and then fire with that weapon.
Maybe it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the fact that the two control sticks would be what you fly with, so you left one to move your actual A wing, and the right stick was just to perform the acrobatics and things like that. So
Yeah.
And also, there's the TV screen where you like look around you, and then the actual Wii U pad to aim
first
for
person
shooting.
sort of view.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it does. It works well for most games like that at the moment. It's,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it myself. I'm definitely. I've already asked a game about pre-ordering it, so
So-
they ain't come back to me yet. So.
Yeah. The box art looks amazing, by the way. Like,
Oh yeah, I love it.
it looks very pretty.
Pretty.
Yes.
Precious. Precious box art.
Yeah, so a good way to start off, a good way to generate hype. That was lost throughout the direct. I mean, and then we got a talk from Reggie himself on how
The theme is transformation.
yes into
Apparently.
less great games, I guess.
And the NX isn't going to be in this presentation.
Which
It's coming out too.
Which I knew wasn't gonna be. I wasn't expecting NX. Like, you know, I was,
It was
like,
Well,
annoying, though.
we haven't seen anything about it yet. It's just we've just been told
Yeah,
it
so
is.
it's mystery, but
it's coming next year.
yeah, it's gonna come next year. So that's what I was expecting anyway. So I wasn't like surprised or anything. You know, but then I mean, the next thing they showed off, for some reason, they decided to devote time to Skylanders Supercharged.
Yeah.
One of Nintendo's
this-
finest
yeah.
games.
It's cool that like,
Face palming right now.
Yeah,
Being sarcastic, by the way. It's,
like to be honest, like I think that's kind of cool. Like, and they've sort of partnered with Skylanders, you know.
It's nice to have Donkey
But-
Kong and Bowser in there.
Yeah,
It's
but
definitely a good.
it's not really.
at the moment, it's only just Bowser and Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you got to ask the question: why do they need 2 new amiibo sort of or toy things when you can just use the amiibos already?
They need to make more money. You know.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like-
they're
and that's-
exclusive.
That's why
And
they're
that's
doing
why it had a
different
big
versions
deal.
of Fire Emblem.
It just seems a bit strange, and whether you can have other characters to add on in the future, who knows? But we have to wait and see with that one.
But yeah, like, I just don't know why they had to have time devoted in this digital event to like Skylanders, which is gonna please like Skylanders fans, but like
It wasn't too long, I guess.
Well, it's probably because it makes like 80% of the revenue.
Yeah,
Of the-
because the
probably.
Skylanders toys
Like
are being
games left.
stocked.
yeah.
They're asking Skylanders team for advice on how to stock their amiibos. Skylanders do it.
Just make more.
It's literally that simple.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool for fans of Skylanders, but not really for people who are like really expecting, digital event to be like, actually good.
Not
You
for
know
anyone who
what I
has.
Um,
Not for
actually-
anyone who doesn't have a child under 5.
Yeah. But like after this, like by the time that ended, it like we were already 15 minutes into the direct. It's like
Yeah.
that's like almost a third of the whole thing. So I was sitting there, just wondering, well, they gotta show something big,
Yeah, like I said, Marmite.
Then what? Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Marmite.
But then
Should we go on to the next game?
yeah. Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes.
Oh, I like that. It
That
looks
looks
awesome.
Yeah.
If Jay were here, he'd be hyping for it like crazy.
Yeah, like I've never played Four
Me, actually.
Swords. I've been interested in Four Swords. Sorry. I've been interested in Four Swords Adventures. I've read the manga. It's very enjoyable. So that's probably my favourite out of all the manga.
See,
Yeah, so I'm glad
the
that
thing
it's-
with.
Go on.
Go on, Matt. Go on, you go.
Nope, that's fine. Yeah, I'm glad that this is online as well,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
which is very good.
If you don't have any friends, you can still do it multiplayer.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
and you still have single player with dolls. So you
Yeah,
switch
dolls.
out between
Yeah.
dolls. I don't think that'll be as
they
good,
had the same
but then
sort of
again,
thing
like
in-
you can
they had the
actually
same sort of
control
thing
it like
before.
all yourself per se.
Mm.
But
yeah,
yeah,
it's still interesting to have another Zelda game on
Yeah.
the 3DS. I think.
but like
it's in the style of A Link Between Worlds, right?
yes,
Yeah,
it uses the
Which
yeah,
I
same
personally
engine.
adored.
Yeah, it uses the same engine, which I don't mind.
I think the only down point we can say about it is it's got 3 players rather than 4 players, which is the only.
But they thought 4 was too many because of the totem
it was
technique.
too long. It was too tall.
Yeah,
Which
but
makes
that
sense
does-
because like it's Triforce. It makes sense.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
not-
that's
you
the
know-
point
Could've
I
done
wanted
Quad
to bring up
Force.
because like
Oh god.
Quad Force.
no, because like that's how it's spelled. It's like Triforce is 2 words in the title,
yeah.
so it's
yeah.
Triforce. It's not actually Triforce. If you
What?
get what I'm saying, like.
But anyway,
No.
yeah,
Um,
it's
But yeah, I'm actually looking pretty excited for that. Like from the Treehouse gameplay footage, it looks really interesting. Then we got a port.
well, we got it before,
Yeah,
but we got Hyrule Warriors for the
Yes.
3DS.
Mm.
which was leaked, unfortunately.
Yeah.
To be fair,
last
Roy and
week.
you were leaked as well, but yeah.
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 Actually, yeah, I forgot to talk about that. The
They were
leaks.
leaked like with the they were leaked with the Mewtwo update. Like people did some
Yeah,
with the sound thing.
hacking
yeah.
and
yeah.
Yeah.
scurrying through.
But yeah, but like
that
this is
person,
like
Roy.
on a completely different level because Koei Tecmo, I think,
They put the video out a couple
yeah,
of
they
days
accidentally
before.
put a
Didn't they?
video out showing it.
Everyone
Um,
watched it. Then they made it private. It was like everyone's already watched it. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Imagine just one guy there, just like I think I made a mistake.
like, I fucked up.
But yeah, it's called Hyrule Warriors Legends. It's the 3DS port. Which
So-
Is it
Is
actually gonna? Is it actually gonna be any different apart from the fact that it has like Tetra and the
King of
Red
Red
Lines.
Lines.
but I
Yeah.
think both of them
Yeah.
are going to be in the other version as well.
yeah, because
Okay.
you can see like cutscenes of them in the Wii U version. So I don't know if it's like only accessible when you get the 3DS version, or if it's just going to be have to pay a little bit extra. But
I'd
It
say I'm
might,
more
it
like- I'm
might
more
be
likely-
that actually.
yeah,
I'm
but
more likely to play it on the 3DS. I think. I don't think it's really
but
that
like,
great.
the good thing about like having it on the 3DS is that it's good for like journeys. It's definitely not a good
Yeah, that's
bit
what
for
I'm saying.
like
How
good 20-minute journey or something on the train or
the
something.
the thing that was sort of interesting with this one is multiplayer, because
Is there?
multiplayer on the Wii U,
Yeah.
they've
So you
got
could easily do multiplayer here. Yeah.
you have one plays on the pad and one watches the screen, whereas on the 3DS you can all just play on different screens.
Yeah.
But nothing's been said whether it is multiplayer or not. This is the thing. Like, this is quite a big thing. You should really announce and let us know about. And I just nothing
Yeah.
was said. So.
But yeah, I'm not really that excited for Hyrule Warriors Legends. Like, it's cool, but it's not really special. It's just
If
a
you-
thought.
I think because we've already had it, we're a little bit like we
Yeah.
don't really. Yeah.
Like, it's coming out in 2016, which is good, but
I like Tetra and I like King of Red Line's been in it, but other than that,
2016 just for
Yeah.
pretty much a direct port.
yeah.
And
Mm.
if you have to start from the beginning again, and people have
Yeah.
already sunk like hundreds of hours in. I wouldn't want to start at stage 1 again.
I mean, if you're a big Zelda fan like Jay, you're probably gonna buy it either way. But it's just like if you've already played the Wii U version, it's not likely you're gonna get the 3DS version.
I don't really
as well.
see much like replay value in it. It's just
No,
do the main story, get a few items. That's it.
unless
Really.
there's extra weapons and things to unlock. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it depends on your disposition. Like the Solus game, yeah, you could go back to and play for hundreds of hours, but no way you personally I'd buy it again to start from zero. It's not that kind of replayable
yeah.
because the story is
Maybe,
rubbish.
and just as a long shot, they might do something like they did with Smash, where you can connect the games. They might do something like that. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's just a
Yeah.
thought.
That's not a bad idea actually.
Possibly.
I'm hoping they do some kind of cross save because that would be.
It's
the
been
best,
done with other
but-
games. I'm sure it can be done with this. It's got
Yeah.
to be.
Um,
But that's just a long shot.
I would like it if it was cross save. Like, if it was cross save, that would be pretty good. Because like I could just take it with me on little journeys. Just do something if I'm bored.
They've it's not impossible. They did it with Monster Hunter 3 back on the Wii. You could do so. I think so.
But yeah, moving away from Zelda news. Actually, no. Before that, we've got no news on Zelda Wii U,
Oh,
which
Nothing
was like
at
the
all.
perfect time to like. They didn't even mention it.
No push on
So-
dates or actual any gameplay.
I wasn't
any views.
expecting like any hard dates, but
I think they're just sticking to the previous announcement. It's 2016. It's
Yeah.
been pushed to then. It's
yeah, but still, you'd expect something.
yeah.
How
I've
far in
thought-
2016? This is the thing. Is it going to be
I-
the start? Is it the
To be
end?
honest,
It's just-
I'm thinking like about late 2016 now.
yeah.
Yeah, it
I
looks
think
like
that's
it's gonna be super late now.
Because like Reggie said that they're only focusing on upcoming 2015 and early 2016 games.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Nintendo
what-
don't really have to save these super duper titles for E3 because they can just have like a direct whenever they want, really.
Yeah. But I mean, still, like, E3 is supposed to be, like, the biggest.
Yeah, I know,
section,
but
and,
Yeah,
like,
but Nintendo are kind of separating themselves from that whole
they're a bit out.
ideal
No, but, like-
anyway. So
No, but, like, we got Zelda last year, and even then it was just gameplay footage. But, like, now when a lot of people are concerned for it, like, and they have footage. Like, Aranuma said that they have footage to show, but why not at E3? Like, I really don't know. Because, like, quite frankly, that would have made the digital event seem a lot more better.
At the end of the day, we don't know. That I reckon they fit a snag, possibly. Just
Open world games.
mm,
It's always a worry.
Yeah, it is. But moving on to, I think, everybody's favourite game now. Metro Prime Federation Force.
Now,
Like,
yeah.
right. Well,
obviously
right,
the most
right.
popular game.
I'll let you
Uh,
all burst out first, and I'll have my say on this because it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah. Dan or Micky, do you want to start us off?
What about
Um,
Metroid?
Yeah.
Well, I've just got the YouTube video up here. Actually, it's got just under 6,000 likes and just under 60,000 dislikes.
Ouch.
Mental.
That's like I think it's just people are
People are just
annoyed
like,
that it's not a main series game.
yeah,
Because
that's the thing.
when it says Metroid Prime, they're like, oh, it's like Prime 1, 2, and 3.
yeah.
But then again, it is a 3DS title. It's not really going to be an ideal main series game.
Like,
But I kind of like it because it's like a multiplayer. It's kind of ideal for 3DS.
yeah.
But then again,
Yeah,
people
I think
totally
so.
disappointed.
Yeah, it looks fun, and plus it has glass skull, which seemed fun at
Yeah, seems
well,
It's kind of a
interesting.
griff ball from that griff ball from Halo. It's kind
Shall
of
I
similar to
shall
that.
I
It
shall I
looks
read some of the
fun.
comments?
Like, and to be honest, like, I don't like how they've just put on the title Metroid Prime. Like, it doesn't seem like it fits inside the Metroid Prime universe. Like, they
But
say.
it looks as the similar sort of system. You're using
Yeah.
charge shots. You're using blast shots. The Federation are a massive part of the story of Metroid Prime. I'm quite happy
Yeah.
to try and
But,
find
like,
a different route into the Metroid universe. You know,
Like, you
it's,
could just, like, say just Federation Force on its own, and it would be better received. I think people are just, like, really petty that,
it's just the Samus fanboy. It's just like, no, there's no Samus. I'm not
well,
interested.
I don't think that. I think it's just
Mainstream.
the fact that, like, a lot of people have been waiting for, like, Metroid Prime for ages. And the fact that they only have this, like, a lot of people are just, like, really complaining that, oh, this
When
isn't
was the last like main Metroid game?
It was on the Wii.
other
Other
M
M.
in
Yeah.
Metroid Prime.
2010.
Well, other M, which was about
We
Metroid
don't
Prime
talk about other
3.
Prime 3 was awesome.
Corruption.
The only
come
one I
out-
completed, and that was
I
like
don't know.
2000.
2010 maybe. Or
No, 2010 was other M, I think.
Yeah, I was
Other
gonna say 7.
I
2010.
think 7.
Well, they recently redid them on the Virtual Console, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
downloaded them. Yeah, but
I've never really played a Metroid, but like, even I could just sense that it's a bit unfair of Nintendo just calling it Metroid Prime.
Yeah,
Like-
I think they've mistitled it.
if they call
Yeah.
it something else, you reckon it still have the same sort of?
If they
Metroid
just
Prime.
called it Federation
It's a bit
Force,
too late now, but you know.
if they just called it Federation Force, like people would just be like, ugh, but like, you know, it wouldn't get this much hate.
I
But
think
it looks fine.
If they call it this,
Metroid
Yeah.
Prime is more the sort of style of the game. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the way it's
So, like-
displayed, it does look like a Metroid Prime game. Like it's very similar to Hunters that was on the DS before.
Yeah.
But
But like, have you seen that there's a petition to cancel the game?
yes,
Yeah.
I've
That is
already
like-
complained
it
about
had
this.
like 13,000 signatures last time I saw, which is
Yeah,
quite a
yeah,
lot.
like,
Yeah.
Like,
they need
the
like
peop-
25,000.
They've put like all this work into it, developing a game, and you know sometimes you get people who are like, "Oh, this game's rubbish." I'm not gonna
There's
buy
so
it.
many
No, there's
salty
people who
people.
actually
But like,
actually
to
want
actually
to
cancel a
development.
game.
Yeah,
it's
which
ridiculous.
is
Absolutely
pretty
ridiculous.
unfair.
I'm going through like writing an article of this. Like, it may be up by this when this episode's up, but like, I just think it's just horrible when, like, sure, like, hate on the game all you want, but at the end of the day, like, they still put work into this, so it's not like they're just gonna cancel it and then just work on a new Metroid, because it's not in work by Retros by Next Level Games. You know.
I can see like where it goes back to your point earlier, Matt, where you said like, when's the last time that a Metroid game like with Samus came out? And I mean, like Metroid Prime 3 came out in 2007, so it's quite
Hey, I was right.
a while.
Yeah, like, if this is like a great return to the series, you know, it's a bad return to the series, but at the end of the day, the more I look into it, the more I do see how it fits into...
But the thing is, though, it says that the Metroid Prime series is still alive because it's been dead since 2007
Yeah.
officially. Because Other M didn't have Metroid Prime in it whatsoever.
I heard Upper M wasn't that bad actually.
Oh my god!
It depends on your own opinion, but at the end of the day, it's another.
If
Metroid.
it's like a main series game, and
Yeah.
it's good.
I
Have you
think,
seen
like,
some of the comments on that petition are like
I was looking at comments.
the
on
wording they use, like this is an atrocity, and it's like, are you really bandying around that word, like for a game which isn't even like started development?
And it even says at the bottom of the video in development. It's just like, you guys, your 50-second trailer video, and you just stress it over like this. It's just like,
Yeah.
come on.
Like, if you saw
In the
like, the
day-
treehouse, if you saw the treehouse, it actually looks pretty fun.
It's not
Yeah.
due to 2016. So they've got plenty of time to make adjustments and things.
But like,
And like Matt said, Blast Ball I think looks really good. I think
yeah,
it's
they
another
actually
good
look
multiplayer
fun.
game.
But yeah, I think like a lot of people are just being like a bit too negative. I think more people have warmed up a bit, but I don't know. It's just like I don't know.
I think
It's all
give it a
opinion.
chance and wait and see what they do next.
Yeah.
It's not.
Remember Wind
Yeah.
Waker? Exactly the same thing happened when Wind Waker first got announced.
But
And
then
that
again,
turned
like,
to be brilliant.
The massive thing about that though, I can't remember who said this. But you have to remember that like there hasn't been a Metroid Prime in like over 8 years, and people have been dying for a new Metroid Prime
Definitely.
game. But when Wind Waker was like released around that time, you know, Zelda was like, you know, you still got like a good amount of Zeldas over the years.
I
So
think
it's like, oh, if this
there's
one's
more-
not good, you know, we got
Yeah,
another one in 2
yeah.
years. So.
I think people are more annoyed that it's come to the 3DS rather than the Wii U in the first place. I think that's the main.
I think it's better as a 3DS game, to be honest.
Yeah, like as it's looking, yeah.
As a Street Pass
3DS,
event,
yeah.
it'd be brilliant. But I can see why people want a HD special, really glossy, nice looking shooting up game on the Wii U as well, and it's just it won't
That's
work.
actually a proper Metroid game with like Samus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
Samus
it just
was-
reeks of like.
But from what I've read,
Yeah.
there's no news of any more Metroid games coming to the Wii U or 3DS
Yeah.
after this.
I saw something on internet. They said they probably weren't going to have anything on the Wii U, but they were
until
probably gonna have
NX.
yeah.
NX, yeah.
I think that's smart because if they want to get a good launch for it, I think if they release a new Metroid Prime along
Could be a
with
launch title for it,
if
maybe.
they have a launch title for it,
Yeah.
that would be like really good move to be honest.
That might make people buy it.
It may,
it will.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take this negative into a positive, possibly. You know.
It just reeks of like the whole like player entitlement thing that's been going around recently, and it's just like clearly it's not a mainline Metroid Prime, so
Yeah.
Just
don't.
treat it as a spin-off, you know.
And
But
then
then
the
again,
way Splatoon's been sort of marketed as a game anyone can play, I think this has been the same sort of thing. It's still a shooter, but I think anyone can still play it because it's a bit more smooth, like graphics wise. It's not as like out there, and not like everything's going to kill you every 5 seconds. You know?
But it still looks like a fun co-op game.
Yeah.
But if the new Metroid does come out on the NX, then people are going to be crying if it's not on the Wii U. Be like, oh, I have to buy an NX now.
Then they have to wait. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. You tell them that.
Yeah.
You should
but
put
yeah,
a petition.
Put a petition, stop crying.
Stop crying, you witchy baby.
Can I put a petition out for it to actually come out on the 3DS? Will that annoy people? Anyway.
But yeah, so it looks alright, Metroid Prime Federation Force. Then we move along to Fire Emblem Fates, which is Fire Emblem If. The trailer looks amazing, but for the digital event, I don't think it did a lot. To be honest, like the trailer was amazing.
Apart from the animations in like the trailer, we pretty much known
it was amazing. But at the end of the day, you know, we're only getting like a story montage.
Here's the thing: we've seen a lot of the game already been translated,
Yeah,
and it's coming out next year still.
Yeah, and it's coming out at the end of the month.
Two
in Japan,
versions.
So
Yeah,
It's a
there's
bit-
2 versions.
like
That's-
that is disappointing. Like I can't wait for it, but
It's like
So, as-
you know,
developers
for-
were kind of like, we could either have one game with both sides because you actually have to make a decision, or you could buy 2
Yeah.
games where the decision's already made for you.
yeah,
I'm sure they've already done that a few times. That's what I really.
It kind of ruins the whole choice making decision.
Yeah.
Also, I
Do
have
you
to
like-
spend 70 quid not for 30.
As
But
a real keen Fire Emblem player, Micky, what do you think so far? What are you really excited about it, or do
I
you think there's more to come?
I think the story itself is sounding very interesting.
story
And
is
there's a
pretty good.
There's a bunch of stuff we saw in the new trailer which piques my interest quite a bit.
Yeah,
Like there's a bit where the main character's sort of strangling another main character.
yeah.
And you
like,
can-
in
oh,
Dragon
how did this
Ball.
happen?
So yeah, but the fact that at the end, I don't think they well, I think they did show gameplay, but the fact that they didn't have like developer story or anything. You know, I think that
Well-
was like,
It comes out next week in Japan, so we're gonna see a
yeah.
lot of
So
it.
like,
Hmm.
you
The
know,
worst
it's a
thing
bit,
for me is gonna have to avoid spoilers for like more than 6 months.
yeah.
Oh dear.
It's not gonna happen. I know. I'm just gonna see something on the internet and just crack. Be like, I have to know everything now.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Fates, you know, still looking good. I can't wait to play it. I also find it cool how the battles take place in your location on the map. So
Yes.
say if like you're on the bridge, you actually battle on the bridge, and if you're just
Yeah,
off
and
the bridge,
the
you
camera
battle.
actually zooms in.
Yeah.
Into you.
And
Like
I noticed that in the trios, and I think that's a really neat detail.
Like every other RPG ever.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But Jack, you can
But it's still cool.
you can like have children and then they come back and join your army. And,
You can
like,
have
stuff.
children.
Yeah, and they like time travel and stuff and join your course.
That's the way.
They did that for
Whoa,
Awakening.
whoa,
They did that
wait
for
a minute.
Awakening, but it's
Wait,
been
is this
confirmed.
happening in Fates?
Yeah, dude, I'll send you a thing on it.
They have
Alright.
children. They time travel, and
Yeah, that's
What?
how that's what happened to Lucina from Smash Bros.
they just
Yeah.
like get a DeLorean and just sort of jump in.
I've just realised I've spoiled a fair bit of Awakening. We should probably put like a spoilers.
Oh.
one.
Like, she was
Spoilers.
there, so it's like,
Oops.
oh.
Spoilers.
Oh man, yeah, Lucina's whole secret thing kind of got spoiled in Smash though. So if you don't know already, suck it up.
Don't say it, Mickey. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Well, considering Mickey,
Not like
you were
you're bothered,
complaining-
Jack.
I'm not bothered.
Mickey, you were just worried about having to avoid spoilers for 6 months. You know,
Yeah.
think about all the
Yeah.
poor.
To be
people who
honest,
haven't played-
Awakening came out like 2 or 3 years ago. So
Well,
Yeah.
like, if you haven't played it by now, like just
I'm not going to play it.
that's because you played Sacred Stones and you didn't like it.
Yeah, it's crap.
Sacred Stones isn't one of the best ones, to be honest. I mean, it's good. I like it. But,
Yeah. Continuing with the theme of Fire Emblem, we got more information on its crossover with Shin Megami Tensei.
It's not a crossover anymore.
It's just not really.
It's just
It's
a
now been called.
amalgamation, isn't it?
It's a load of poop.
It's now been
It's a
called.
Vocaloid Wii U game.
Its new name is Genai Even Roku #FE. Try saying that
It's
5
just-
times fast.
Yeah, I just saw FE and loads of Japanese text. And I just thought, was it another Fire Emblem game? Then I don't really understand
You know,
what's going on.
I'm not
I
really
saw
seeing
the
that.
trailer. I saw the trailer, and all I got was like a bunch of J-pop and like weird
Yeah,
fantasy people.
Yeah, so
it's
like,
definitely a niche
that-
market of this
Yeah.
one.
Like Fire Emblem Fates, all it did was show off like a montage basically, and it was cool, of course, but nothing not. But then when it was showing off in the treehouse, I'm like really hyped for it. To be honest, like, I think it could be like one of my biggest games for 2016. To be honest,
I still don't think
Hmm.
I still don't think there's enough Fire Emblem in it. That's me being a Fire Emblem fan.
Well, like they're like
So there
the
is
Fire
like
Emblem
evil
characters come from like another dimension, and they help the people in the real world.
Yeah, but they're totally changed. They look way
They
weirder.
do look a bit weird, yeah. So I
Like
don't really
Crom.
like
Crom's got like green glowy eyes and like
really dark
sick
now.
French coat. Yeah,
I
He's
can't
like-
recognise
he got
any-
really mad, but it wasn't in Smash, and then he just kind of got all emo.
Went
and
over
edgy.
to the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't think I
He's
saw
like-
Marth, which is a bit weird.
There was also, I don't know if you know these people. There's Gangrel from Awakening, who's like a weird helicopter thing. As I
Yeah,
can
like
describe it.
I saw that in the treehouse.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And then there's also Kane and Shida from Fire Emblem 1.
oh right, what happened to
Yeah. Happened to what?
Marth?
Marth?
Yeah, he's
I
gone.
don't remember. I don't remember Marth being in it.
No, he wasn't.
Wait,
It
Fire Emblem
was-
1? Or
Oh no, we're talking about the crossover thing.
yeah, yeah, I don't see Marth, which is a bit weird to have because like
It's yeah,
surely
it's like
you would
but
have.
we do have Marth's love interest and like one of his 2 knights. It's like, where's the other one? And where's
Yeah.
Marth himself?
But I'm very interested in the combat system. Looks alright, and to be honest, I kind of like the J-pop aspect.
Yeah, but
To be honest, and I know it's like
Yeah.
a bit like
it's just really too weeby for me.
It's not my cup of tea at all.
No,
I
out
just-
the
I don't-
window.
I like anime, but there's a limit.
Yeah.
There's a limit.
But I'm still looking kind of excited for it. You know.
There's no talking of like Atlas games. There's no more mention of another Attack on Titan game, was there? I know they previously had a quick demo.
that
of
would have
the
been
one, but
digital E3 material, to be honest. That would have been like direct.
yeah,
That's probably a direct, yeah.
yeah.
How did you get
Um,
around? Did you just watch the first 2 episodes on eShop?
I did watch the first 2 episodes on eShop.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Oh, are you going to watch the rest?
When I've got time, I will. Yes, but Dragon Ball's out next month, and
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Mm.
That show.
Speaking of
Anyway.
Japan, our next game was another montage of Xenoblade Chronicles X. Got a release
Oh my
date of
God.
December 2015. I think 4th
The
of
4th of December, yeah.
Well, that's America, so maybe that date over here in UK, but
Probably be
I
like
think
a
Hopefully.
week following.
yeah,
Like-
probably.
Does it continue on from the original Xenoblade Chronicles?
No, I
Is
think
it-
they've
it's a-
talked on
it's
this.
different
like,
characters.
No, completely different.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Like,
that
there's
means,
like
like-
references, but you
Yeah.
could play it without
Yeah.
missing anything from the first one.
I,
So
I
that
think,
means I don't have to get the original one and a new
Yeah.
Nintendo 3DS.
I think the storyline is that Earth's destroyed. Humanity now has to adapt to survive out in space and these other planets.
Basically, Shulk's dead.
Oh no!
Basically.
I mean-
Poor Shulk.
He went with the Earth. I'm sorry.
I
Is
guess
Xenoblade Chronicles X? Is it set on Earth?
No,
No,
it's
on
it's
this like
another planet.
yeah.
No, I mean the original one. Sorry.
No, it's saying,
I think
like-
so.
These two giants, Bionis and Mechonis.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and these
Ah.
two titans are in a big ocean and they've just been fighting each other like, oh no. But they've been living on them, so it's like, oh okay.
The trailer did look very tasty though.
It did look cool, but like, as we've seen for a while now, it's only like a montage. And especially now that's been out in Japan for like at least a month now, it's a bit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, how long has it been out in Japan?
Yeah.
Is the delay
It was.
the translation, or is it?
You was out there recently, weren't you, Dan? So
Yeah,
did you,
that was.
did you see it anywhere when you were out there?
Yeah,
Any
there's a photo
gameplay
I
or
took of
footage?
that.
Man, you're
Next
going to
to,
sneak to some information.
well, I saw it on sale next to Bravely Second as well. Just no fanfare, just out on the rack, the pair of them, and it's
It
just
is.
like, well, as far as I was aware, that was still like in development, and then they've got it.
Oh,
Hello.
what happened?
I just
I think
had
it's
something, and
everywhere,
this is just a thing in podcast.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We
Anyway,
okay,
just
Matt?
say yes.
Going on from what you said, Dan.
Xenoblade
Yeah,
X.
it is out there, and it is annoying, both that and Bravely Second, as to why they're not.
Oh yeah, Bravely
out
Second.
here.
Oh,
Bravely
man.
Second
Why-
was
why-
talked about in the
And Fire Emblem.
Treehouse. And I like the mechanic in Bravely Default, but I'm not really that big into Bravely Default from what I've seen of it. So it's like, but you know, Xenoblade Chronicles X, I may get it.
It just looks huge.
The
Every
one-
It looks
time.
huge, but
One thing
like,
that's interesting
I
is,
don't really
like,
like
the next.
massive open world games, to be honest. But I may come around to liking it. I don't know.
There's lots of explosions and guns and swords and stuff. So looks
Yeah.
like my cup of tea.
Moving on from Xenoblade Chronicles X, we got more news on Animal Crossing.
Oh, dear.
Everybody's favourite.
This
Life
didn't
simulator.
go down well with a lot of people either.
Not a lot.
unfortunately.
So first of all, we got an extended look at Happy Home Designer, which looks alright, better than what I saw at the direct.
I think this is more like the collection-y type, like designery, creative people, which is good,
Yeah.
and it really involves the whole Animal Crossing
But it is a spin-off, like
spiel.
Yeah.
But
you know, and especially as it seems to be using like, the near same engine as New Leaf. You know,
This is what I
it's
didn't
pretty
understand. So surely we've got all the stuff in this that we got in New Leaf already. So I'm just like,
good.
it seems very strange.
I think it's more the aim that you now work with Tom Nook in the
Yeah.
in the shop.
in the home locator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like
Decorate people's homes. Yeah.
this is an actual retail game, so you'll be having
30.
to pay. Yeah, so like a £30 at
Yeah,
least at
that's
launch.
No,
I expect like a
That should have
£10
been
each
like an
game.
eShop game.
it's got to be at least half that.
But then it comes down to the NFC cards that you're supposed to
Yeah.
use.
So I think there'll probably be a pack that comes with like a good amount of cards.
See, if you get them both, I think maybe you will get both from the free downloads, but have to pay for the cards. Because I think you can use the cards in both the games. So we'll have to see with that one. But
beyond design, I'm not too settled on it. You know, it's just its release date. I believe is October.
September, 25th of September, I've got.
No, I think it's early, like 2nd October for us.
That could be American.
Yeah,
I've
25th
got 25th.
for that's probably American release.
Yeah, and then again, it'll probably be a week later for us, so it'll probably be coming
Yeah.
to October.
Be a pretty kind of soon, I think.
And the other game?
Amiibo Festival.
Oh
Which,
god!
Of course, it's the Wii U Animal Crossing we all wanted.
We all saw Isabel coming out, and we were like, "Oh look, is that actual
Is that
Wii U?"
Is it graphics? Is it amazing?
Oh,
And then I saw the board spaces
Mario
just there, and
Party.
it's like,
It suffers from the Metroid Prime thing again.
I think
No, this is
my
worse.
reactions was like, what?
It's like people would much prefer a main series game,
Yeah, but like,
but they get like
this is just
at the-
like worse than
this
Metro
game-
Prime Federation Force.
I think it is a lot worse.
At the moment, they
Because,
got
like,
8
it's still
amiibo lined up
boring.
for this.
The game's free though. You not
game's free.
hear this? The game's free to
And the
download,
Amiibo are cool, but
requires Amiibo to play. So
yeah, and the Amiibo are quite
I-
cool, but
I'm surprised you can't use the Villager amiibo.
you've got Tom Nook,
Yeah.
KK,
they may.
You
the
got
Blue
Mabel,
Hedgehog, the Blue
Isabel,
Hedgehog that's Mabel.
And then-
Digby, Reese, Cyrus,
Is there that many? Is there? I thought
There's
it was just
8.
the 4.
and there's
Yeah,
an
there's,
Ultra
like,
as well.
There were 4 shown off in the trailer, but there's
Oh, is that
4.
dude? Is there an octopus?
There's 4 more coming.
Oh, okay.
So
There's none of the Amiibo that are already out can be used then for this game so far.
No.
no, it looks alright for things I don't want, just like how it encompasses Animal Crossing, but just looks boring because like all you're doing is just crossing like it's
You're
just a
going
board
around.
game.
You're collecting cards that say
Would
what
it-
you're doing.
Would it be
Yeah.
better if there were mini games like Mario Party?
There are
Maybe,
some sort of little
But
mini
then
games
again,
in
it's just going to be
between,
Mario
but-
Party clone.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
no, it doesn't look good.
No, like
I'm quite interested in it actually.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I prefer a main series game, but
yeah,
Yeah,
if I
definitely.
actually got it, or if I went around with friends' house, like it noticed like that I have no friends with an actual Wii U, and if they did,
Wait,
they probably wouldn't be interested.
did you
in
say
Animal
did you
Crossing.
say that this game's free?
the
think
game's
so.
free, but then you've got to think
But
about
then you
how
have to
many
buy the amiibos.
buy
Yeah.
the Amiibos.
I
If they're
think
like
that's
10 to 15
I
pound
think that's
each,
still fair enough because I don't
You're
want to
gonna
be paying
need-
like
you're probably going to need
£30.
at least 2, aren't you?
yeah.
Just want to
So
play
that's
play by
£30.
yourself against the
Yeah.
CPU.
But yeah, if I did have a friend and like they had it and stuff, I would probably enjoy myself, but I could only see about playing one game.
I would
Just
get a
going-
Tom Nook Amiibo, but I wouldn't buy it just for that one game. I just don't think
But
it's-
KK Slider would be the hardest one to get.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, probably.
If they
Isabel's
even make it to the
second.
shops.
Yeah.
If they had a
Shall we-
version, well,
Shall we
Smash-
just move on slowly before we
Yeah, so
erupt?
Animal Crossing was like very rough. I don't think it was the right approach to.
I don't mind it personally.
So,
Moved on to Yoshi's Woolly World. We got a nice story from one of the developers
Hmm.
who talked about, which was
See-
nice.
The problem
But-
with this is that they showed it early on in the actual treehouse before they even showed the direct off. So I don't know. They showed it on the championship day. They showed
Yeah,
did that one of the worlds on there.
It was a nice story to have, how like the whole amiibo thing came to be, but it's a bit pointless,
It was just
especially for
the
us
whole
because
story.
like we're getting it next week, so there's not really a lot that. Yeah, we're getting it 26th next week. America for some reason have to wait until October. For some reason, like, so it's probably cool for them to get release date, but for us it's just like, don't really care because we get like the whole game next week.
Yeah. I mean, we've already mentioned in the last podcast that we like the amiibo setup with it, that you can get the extra woolly characters. I think that's pretty
like
cool.
not the actual like I still want to get the Yoshi amiibo, like the Yarn Yoshi amiibo.
The double Yoshi
It's a
seems a bit
Yarn
strange.
Yoshi.
How
Yeah,
are they?
I don't really
how's
like
the-
that, but
how's
it's
the stock
it's
then?
still Yarn Yoshi.
How's the stock? The woolly ones.
Pardon?
Like,
Well,
Still in stock.
Did you see the table she had in front of her?
surprising.
She had a whole table full of Yoshi amiibos in front of her.
Oh yeah, that was freaky.
Oh yeah.
That was probably all the stock.
Here's all the stock. Come and get it now.
Yeah. Fight you for it. But this poor lady's just been there sewing all these things up for Nintendo, and you know,
Yeah, the video.
sell them off on her own.
Like,
There'll be a black market
like-
in seconds. So.
like, hello, I'm so and so. I've been knitting.
I work at Nintendo. I don't actually develop or do
Thanks.
anything. I've just been knitting for a while.
I don't get. She's like, I don't get to go home unless I've done this on your meeting.
So I was like, what could I do to make this game better? Oh, I don't know. I'll knit a character. Okay. I developed into that. So I'm like, okay. But I do have one good positive thing.
Looking at the shop, that you can still pre-order a pink one and a green one. Blue is
Yeah.
possible.
I want to pick.
Blues if possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Poochie did look really good in the game.
Poochie looks cute.
We like Poochie. Poochie's the dog in Yoshi's.
There's a dog in the game.
There's the
It's
Yoshi's World game.
Well,
Like
Kind of a
Island.
dog crossbreed. It looks really
A
weird.
duck.
He's in Yoshi's Island game.
It's got a little duck mouth.
Oh, that one.
Does
Oh,
it?
yeah.
That's called Poochie.
Poochie does not have a duck mouth.
It doesn't.
He
Duck mouth.
does. He's
It does.
like a
Poochie does.
crackers sort of
Matt will
thing.
show you after the
Poochie.
podcast.
No,
He
I'm
has
looking
duck
at
mouth.
him now.
He's Tub of Blubber's mouth, actually. That means anything.
He has a blobber's mouth. Well,
Up
now that
and
I'm seeing
Pick
it,
a
like, it is a bit of a duck
Duckish.
mouth. It is
Yeah.
duckish,
Duck pout.
but it's still not a duck mouth.
But we've already said enough about Yoshi really well before, haven't we? And it's just like,
Yeah.
we don't, like Matt said, we don't really need any more knowing about it. I think a lot of people have already put pre-orders down as soon as the Woolies come out, and as soon as they announced about the extra amiibos, it just sold out, I think. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's one of those things.
But yeah, that was a nice story. Yoshi's really well, but that's coming up for us, so not really that great. Yokai Watch next, which is
I can't pronounce that.
I
apparently
watch.
Yokai.
Yokai.
Is
Not
it
Yokai.
Yeah.
Yokai.
They're not
that sort
Yoki.
of thing. Not Yoki. Yokai.
It made me feel yucky.
Shut up.
Um,
God, I'm going to leave.
I don't know because like it's from Level 5, who are the creators of Professor Layton and Inazuma 11, franchises
And,
that are both of.
I wrote this in my notes because I thought this is more of a Matt thing. So
Yeah.
They also
Uh,
did Nino Kanai as well on the.
Nino Kanai and
Or Nino
Fantasy
Kuni.
Life recently.
Yeah, however you pronounce it.
And this is finally being localized from Japan, like finally over here. It looks kind of interesting. I don't know.
It just looks like a really cheap version of Pokemon. I'm sorry, but that is
Right.
my impression.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
not
general
seeing
impression.
that, but it's just like I'm not really seeing anything.
a lot of
Fun.
people have been complaining about this actually, that they wasn't given enough time to show off what it actually is.
I
Yeah,
don't
so-
see enough wow factor in it to
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
really draw me in.
So,
I like the
I've heard
fallback
good
thing.
things.
Because, like, unlike Inazuma 11, it seems okay, at least. Because you can still have just childish voice actors for monsters, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, it's a bit weird. I probably won't be picking up, but
It's something. It's something interesting to look at.
yeah, something interesting to look at.
maybe if more comes out about it in the future, we'll get
Oh yeah,
more
also, it wasn't
shots.
revealed in the digital event, but at the treehouse they had on Little Battlers Experience, or LBX.
That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks alright. They had a crossover movie with Inazuma 11. So that's how I knew about them. So I may get it. It looks alright. But yeah, it was just a bit sad that wasn't showing off. But then again, that's not really going to bring the hype. But moving on to one of my biggest games, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam Brothers.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very interesting.
I can't wait because I love the Mario and Luigi games, as said.
I love Paper Mario.
Yeah.
I like both.
I think it's going to disappoint people who
I'm a
prefer
little-
Paper
yeah.
Mario because
I'm a little worried.
they
about that,
want a
must admit.
Paper Mario more than Mario and Luigi.
They just use him more as a gimmick than an actual sort of character. That's what I'm sort of a bit worried about. They're going to play
Well,
him down.
we already have Stickstar,
Yeah,
so
which is-
another Paper Mario game would just be another Paper Mario game.
But we didn't expect this, so it was definitely
Yeah, so
Yeah.
one
I
to
was
look at.
surprised. I don't know if I mentioned it last time. I can't remember if I said that I was expecting a Mario and Luigi.
You did say something of a Mario and Luigi game,
Because,
yes.
for some reason I was thinking that it may be a thing.
Hashtag
love
called it.
I don't know. But yeah, I can't wait for that. Like, they've seemed to add a good amount of stuff. Like, you can now use Paper Mario for, like...
I think
different
my question
stuff.
is obviously got Mario and Luigi, Paper Mario, but no Paper Luigi. And I'm just thinking back to like
not yet.
Partners in Time or whatever it was. I can't even remember.
Yeah, it was Partners in Time, you're probably thinking.
I can't remember. It's too long ago now. But
That's probably the first one.
it had all four. It had Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. So has that mechanic disappeared and it's just those three? Or
It has
is
shown
he?
two Bowsers, actually, yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Does it come in later or something? Maybe.
I think the only playable characters are just Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi.
It
Because,
doesn't...
like, you don't
Will
play
it
as,
be-
like... You don't play as, Paper Luigi and Paper Mario. You only see him as, like, good cameos,
Yeah,
I think.
psychic.
Nothing's been said
Aside
about
from
that,
Super
though.
Paper Mario.
With the game being called Paper Jam, there's nothing saying Paper Mario on the title. Do you reckon there could be some extra characters from the Paper Mario universe that could jump in?
We'll probably be meeting characters, and I hope so, because I think that'll please a lot more people, but
Mm.
I don't know. But I'm looking really excited. It's going to be a good start to 2016, I think.
Yeah, spring next year, I think they said.
Exactly.
So that's the again American, don't know if it's...
Carrying on with Mario theme, we've got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash.
So
It looks
it's,
gorgeous. Like
looks good,
graphics.
Yeah.
but it's another tennis game.
I'm a bit on the fence on this one.
I like the
Because,
Mega
like-
Mushroom spin in it as well, and
It's just like nothing
Actually,
creative
bigger and-
though. Like,
bigger than the stadium.
All they've done is just added mega mushrooms.
yeah, like we'll
Ooh.
probably be seeing more, but like, you can't like. They've added jump shot. I think they talked about that in the treehouse.
The thing with this is, why couldn't they just added it to the Mario Olympics, Mario's Make It Olympics game that's coming out as well? It's just,
Well, there's probably
you know,
there's going to be more on the way. And plus, like, there's a difference between like just having a mini game on tennis, and, like a dedicated Mario tennis game.
yeah.
Did any of you play the GameCube one? I think it was.
Yeah, I did.
Played the 64 one, I think, because that was Waluigi's first game, wasn't it? So
I think so, yeah.
So I think I played that one.
I played the
I did-
GameCube one.
I did play the original on the Game Boy as well.
Mario
Tennis.
and tennis doesn't really grab my interest, to be honest.
No.
Like, it's a cool thing.
I'd pick it up for cheap. I wouldn't pick it up for any other reason. It would probably work well on a Street Pass event and multiplayer sort of system. But,
I'm not gonna buy
Yeah.
it brand new like that. Like, I'm not gonna pre-order it.
but holiday 2015, from what we've heard. So
Yeah.
Good stuff.
if you like that kind of thing, you can go buy it.
Yep. And then
Unless you're me and you have no money.
our final title is Super Mario Maker, which took up the last 10 minutes of the digital event.
worthwhile, really. I think it's
Kind
definitely-
of like I liked how there was the backstory of Miyamoto and Tezuka, I think it was.
Yes, yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah,
Like it's kind of cool how it was in like the old days and how this. It's
they
like
used
the
these sketches.
yeah, this is like how that was the ultimate Mario making tool. So I was like, oh, that's pretty neat and stuff. And it's cool they've
trace
got a montage.
paper. Yeah, trace paper
But
whenever they want to change
I think
things.
the
It's
thing
really cool.
was
Yeah.
is that like it didn't really end with an impact.
What you got to think is how much is each of those bits of paper worth now? You know,
No, but like so, and then they ended with this thing called Let's Super Mario.
Yeah,
It's like-
the website is up now.
Yeah. So it's
I
like
remember Sam being very excited about it.
No, I just thought I'd show some interest into it and actually see what they're on
sure,
about.
Like,
so I think I switched off at this part. I can't remember much of
yeah,
it.
so like, and then they finished talking about Mario Maker, and it was just like this little girl like, oh, the Mario time. I was like, what? And then it was like this montage of like the whole like Mario themes and stuff.
Bunch
I was
of
like, oh,
They-
it's cool.
People singing
They've
Mario
used
like-
old ideas as well, haven't they? So, like, for instance, going in the cloud and being able to shoot fireballs still,
Yeah,
and using the helmets as well.
That's the bit I was excited for.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
completely changing the dynamic on its head.
But
Oh,
the
and
sharing.
Oh,
The sharing
go on.
system looks to be working really well on there as well,
Sorry.
and from what we've seen of people playing it,
And
it has been a really challenging game.
and the amiibo functionality as well is pretty good.
Yes, we like the old
There's-
Wii Fit
There's
trainer.
apparently like 90 different things
Yeah, I
you
think
can unlock.
90.
now.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
90.
something like that.
And the other thing is that if you can't get an
Didn't even know
amiibo,
Mario
like,
had that many
say,
things.
say if you can't get your hands on Wii Fit Trainer, you could just download a level from one that has Wii Fit Trainer and you could save it to your game.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh,
So
really?
that's really
I'm sure
cool.
I read
I'm glad
that
that they've
somewhere.
done that.
That's
So
good.
just-
But yeah, it's looking fun. But like as I was saying, like they're doing this thing called Let's Super Mario, where basically just you gotta enter a video just celebrating Mario's 30th anniversary. So oh, that's cool and all. And like and of course it's for a good cause. So I'm not gonna go. Oh, it's for like charity and stuff. And it's like no, that's nice, but it shouldn't really take up digital time. Really. Like, if they did all this stuff and then it came out with like Galaxy 3, that would have been like, whoa!
It seems to be like most of a digital event, in my opinion, should have been like new releases, but in reality, most of it was sort of things we already knew about.
Yeah, like,
not all of it, but yeah,
well, not
there
all
was
of
some.
it, but
I'd say about half.
but like the new stuff is just like half of the new stuff, or just you can just brush off to the side, really.
Yeah, well, yeah, yes and
I'm
no.
pretty excited about Fire Emblem.
It's been.
I'm
then again,
excited
we knew
about
about
Star
that.
Fox.
So, Star Fox, we still knew about it. This is our first look, but still a first look.
And the new 3DS Zelda looks pretty decent as
3DS
well.
Zelda, of
Triforce
course,
Heroes.
Like I can only see like the only exciting surprises were Zelda Triforce Heroes and Mario and Luigi. And that's it.
But
The rest of it was
Or
pretty
Star
dull,
Fox.
really.
Yeah, there was Star Fox, but like that wasn't
I'm
really
actually
surprised because we knew
We
that
already
was coming.
sort of knew it was coming anyway. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Well,
with
but
it.
we sort of knew a Metroid game was coming, and then it turned out to be
No, but
Federation
like no, but there was like Next Level didn't even tease it, but like it was shown last year. Star Fox shown last year, announced for this year. So why wouldn't they have shown it?
So basically, you guys are saying that it was filler stuff, which
Filler
means
stuff.
that which means either they don't have anything else to show, which
It's a bit
you know,
sad, really. Like
or they don't want to show it. But then why would they not want to show it? So
I was actually
neither
expecting.
scenario is good.
I was hoping / expecting like a new Pokemon series game, like
They
not
mentioned the Pokemon,
I
not
don't
didn't
know.
not Mystery Dungeon. Like an
Right,
actual
that,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
shown
yeah.
off at the Treehouse, by the way. Super Mystery.
Was any of
Yeah, Mystery Dungeon looks good. I like it.
was any of Pokken shown as well? I just curious.
No, I
No,
don't
they
think
mentioned
we
that
actually, I
either.
don't think that's actually been like.
We're still only
shown-
announced for arcade.
I don't think it's.
games
I'm
at
pretty
the
sure it's only
moment,
been really announced for arcades in Japan only.
Still would have been nice to see something of that, but never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
I think the last news I saw about it was Gengar.
Hmm.
But yeah, like compared to last year, like this is like kind of lackluster. Because
Yeah.
like I watched 2013s and 2014s, So it's like 2013. You had Mario Kart 8. You got Smash Bros. You got Bayonetta. You got Wind Waker HD. You got Mario 3D World, Pokemon X and Y.
Yeah.
But like it was still a direct, so I was like, oh okay. And then like E3 2014.
Splatoon
you
was
got
the main
Splatoon.
one, wasn't it?
You got Smash Bros. You got tease of Star Fox. You got
Zelda.
you got
again.
Zelda footage.
Wii U.
And then you got like smaller titles like Captain Toad and stuff. But
Steam Project or whatever it was. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Steam-
Everyone
Steam
seemed to
was
just
announced
turn
at
up
the
on
round
that.
table, but like even then, it was still good titles that are just smaller. But like E3 2013, there's not a lot that I could just say like, oh yeah, I'm really hyped for it. I'm hyped for a good amount of games, but it's just not the best.
I still think they're hiding something. I think there's something else to come. I just don't know what it is. There's a lot of updates and games being set up to come for August.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
There must be a
for
direct coming in August.
If they have got something hidden, when are they going to release it? It's either going to be like
uh,
a direct, because there aren't really any like real life gaming events coming up soon.
No.
or at least
Oh.
like, well, there's no
But
really like.
Eurogamer in September. But other
Yeah,
than
but
that,
like even then, that's only London.
That doesn't really have the E3 hype level.
Yeah.
E3's like the
Yes.
big one.
E3's like the prime time, let's say,
Mm.
to
Eurogame is basically just showing off gameplay of things that we already know
yeah.
about.
yeah.
But
But it's just
yeah,
it was disappointing. But at the same time, at least we got some fairly decent games in there to look
Yeah.
at. And
I still enjoyed
there's
it.
There's enough multiplayer games in there. I think we definitely
Yeah,
have something else to play.
lots of Street Pass
enjoy.
stuff. I hope.
That's another thing that there weren't much mention of any other sort of Street Pass capability games or any other sort of features that will be coming to the 3DS. In general, the 3DS looks like it's got no titles on it whatsoever. Really, it's just other than the Zelda game.
And
Oh, Metro Prime.
good old fire.
Hello.
Prime.
Yeah, sorry, Jack.
Sorry, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, but normally you've got a Pokemon coming, and it's normally the biggest game on the 3DS, and everything else just covers it, kind of thing. But I think without it, I think it's going to struggle. It's really weird. There's no mention of any Pokemon game whatsoever.
They haven't really announced much else for the new 3DS.
No exclusive
announced
titles.
it. They announced
Apart
it.
from Xenoblade, and that's it.
Apart from that, yeah, that's it really. Like, hey, we've got this new technology, but we're not gonna use it. I wouldn't call it new technology, call it new hardware.
Indeed.
Like, is there a reason for me to get one? Not really at the moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
The 3D is like 1 billion times better.
Yeah.
Is the bottom line for
Yeah.
me.
Well, I barely even use it on a normal one.
But is it-
You will now though.
Are we
yeah.
going to wait and find out what the NX is, whether it is actually a big console, like a TV console, or is it going to be another handheld console? No one knows. No one
Nobody
knows what's going to happen. So
Nobody knows.
both of the, 3DS is still selling consoles and games, whereas the Wii U just isn't, other than Splatoon. It's just a bit disappointing, but we'll see. There could be something that come out in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be like, yes, that's the game we want
Yeah.
to see. That's what we want.
That's the thing. The Nintendo need to release these games that people want, like a new Metroid game and a new Animal Crossing game, but they bring out good old Federation and Animal Crossing board game. And then then
I
fans
will
Yep.
be putting pre-orders in for both Star Fox and Mario Maker for definite. So
don't know about Mario Maker, but I might look at Star Fox.
cool. Finishing on a downer. But there was one thing that I forgot to mention during this. Did anyone try out the 360 tour on YouTube of the Nintendo E3 area?
I didn't really bother with that, to be honest.
It was
If you
pretty cool, yeah.
It's pretty
if you
cool,
look at it
but
on a mobile, basically
Yeah.
you can turn around your mobile and look around the whole area
yeah,
of E3, which has been videoed.
that was pretty
It's
cool.
like in a 360 sort of
Yeah,
no scope.
but I
sort of
didn't
thing.
really,
So-
I didn't really bother with it that much.
It was pretty cool though, and you got to see different areas of Nintendo's whole
But,
E3 area.
And, like I don't really follow other companies too closely, but like from what I've seen of other people, it seems like Sony like just blew Nintendo out of the water really, because like
Sony only
Yeah.
had like 5 games, and they all look pretty incredible, to be honest.
yeah,
So-
but like that's the thing, because they all at least made an impact. Like you've got Shenmue 3, you've got Final Fantasy 7. You know, I can't really care less.
and
for those
none of
titles,
those
really,
games,
to be
none of
honest.
those games got released.
But at least they made like an impact.
Yeah.
You know, had Nintendo had like a real conference, you know, would have been just like, yay. You know, like Star Fox would have been like, yeah, but like throughout the whole thing, it was just like, this, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway,
but you know, there's always next year. It's not like people are reacting like, oh, Nintendo, yeah, failed me. You know, there's still good
But-
games coming.
last year's E3 was so good for them. It was always going to be difficult for them to.
Yeah, like,
Do it
and plus,
again.
like, apparently, like, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is the worst since 2008. But like,
What happened in 2008?
I don't know. To be honest, probably just like basically the same thing on like 2012.
Something bad. Metroid Pinball. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Metroid Pinball could have been a lot worse, couldn't it?
If they announced Metroid Pinball 2, I imagine people would be a lot more angry.
No,
More salty.
Metroid Pinball 2 with 3D.
With Amiibo, like
With Amiibo support, yeah.
People just like completely overreacting. I think it's just kind of stupid. Like, I know it was bad, but at the end of the day, you know, we're still getting good amount of titles, and plus there's always next year. You know, and like, in a way, Nintendo should sort of take it as a compliment that people are being like this upset at like just an average year.
Hopefully they take it
in a way.
positively. That's the thing.
Like, they
I think
haven't taken it
realistically, the only
positively.
bad
but, like,
titles. The only bad titles they really released, well, they really announced, but I'd say were, I wouldn't call them bad, just people didn't like them.
yeah,
Animal
like
Crossing.
Federation Force and
Animal
Amiibo
Crossing.
Crossing.
And maybe Mario Tennis. Other than
Maybe.
that, like,
Well, they
games
weren't
are
really
good.
bad, though, was it? Just that
Yeah, exactly.
there wasn't a lot of interest in it.
People didn't
I
like
think if people want to voice their frustration, they need to do it in a more constructive way rather than just going, cancel this, sign a
Yeah,
petition, and
Cancel
blah,
that.
blah,
Cancel
blah.
this.
It's like, come on, guys, like, give a bit of constructive feedback. People can learn from that
Yeah.
and make better decisions.
Stopping.
people on the internet going, "Rah, it sucks, man."
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
angry internet impression.
It went French this
It's
time.
almost as good as my French one, yeah. Almost.
Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah. So just final thoughts. Notice final thoughts. I say this, but these won't be our final thoughts. We'll just be getting on.
Go on for another hour.
Dan, start us off if you would like.
With my final thoughts,
Yes, please.
you know, it's a downer for now, but there's always more to come, and as is the case with Nintendo's, who knows? As I think Jack said, next week they could just come out of the blue with something otherworldly. So who knows?
Yep. That's basically my opinion, really. It's a bit of downer, but you know, you got to look at the bright side. There are still directs on the way, so the hype's gonna be there.
Hype train.
Whoop, Exactly. So
Big
like,
hype train.
it's just made like a little stop, you know. But I'll soon
Mickey?
pick up again, hopefully.
Mickey, final thoughts?
Who's it aimed at?
Mickey?
Yeah. Well, I mean, E3's over. The games we've seen are okay-ish. There's a lot of disappointment.
I would say to everybody out there, don't judge a book by its cover. If it says in development, it still means it's got some improvements and changes that can be made. If you want to voice changes or like anything that could help make a game better,
Criticism.
tell them.
Go on Twitter and tell them in
Don't
50,
just
50
rage
lessons.
about it somewhere else. Tell them.
But that's how they do tell them. They rage about it.
Yeah, but not in the
expressing
best
their-
way possible. If
Yeah.
it's constructive, it's better.
Good point.
I'm still excited for some of these games. I mean, Star Fox, I'm definitely
Yeah.
really hyping on that one. And like I said before, Triforce Heroes and Mario Maker. I'm definitely going to get those games, but I think Nintendo in general needs to sort of have a good hard look at itself and think, what can we do to change this? And that's obviously what Reggie said at the start. It's like they're going through a transformation phase, and maybe they already knew this was going to be a bit. We're not really sure, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I think personally, if we didn't know about Roy and Ryu earlier on, that would have made it a lot better.
Yeah, that could have been true. Yeah, and the same for Hyrule Warriors maybe.
Somebody dropped the bomb on that one.
Well, they had it in the Mewtwo update, like I said earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Leaking it didn't really give anything.
That was an obvious error on their behalf.
Yeah, it proved it was real, but at the same time, it was already basically announced.
But NX next year. That's the thing of E3.
Zelda
hopefully even some Zelda. Yeah, maybe Pokemon.
Which is probably going to be virtual reality. Isn't
I think
everyone
Pokemon
else is doing virtual reality.
I'm looking forward to potentially Pokemon X2, Pokemon Y2.
That'll be a safe bet. Yeah.
NX headset playing Pokemon. So you can actually throw the balls to launch your Pikachus and your Charmanders out. And
maybe only want to know.
On my own.
Sounds like an old man. Oh, you throw your Pikachus and your Charmanders.
Back in my day, there was only 150 Pokemon.
Back in my day, there was only 150 Pokemon. Now there's 750 something.
Yeah, technically it's 720 something.
Oh, I don't care.
Shout outs. Any shout outs?
No. We'll be doing that in our next section. So we'll work on these sections, Jack.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Oh my god.
This is our final section now. As Jack said in the last section, these are shout outs. No, Jack, you've said that there have been some rumours that Street Pass UK podcast is returning.
Yes.
How exciting.
I've heard rumours from a very reliable source that they have recorded an episode and it should be going out sometime either this week or next week. So.
Well, they're not really rumours because Neil Maker, one of the members, has posted a screenshot of him editing episode 20 of the podcast.
Is Neil actually editing it?
Yeah, he is. He just goes, "Oh, it's happening." Marty Bennett.
They all know how to edit.
Marty Bennett, Lee Moore, and Jonathan Town.
Jonathan Town.
Oh yeah, he's literally just tweeted about it. Actually.
Jonathan Town. He's a nice guy.
These are the casts. This is a Nintendo podcast exclusive.
Jonathan Town used to be the Nintendo social guy, and now he works with teacups and kettles. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Jonathan Town. Hope you're listening.
Yeah.
Probably not. But hello.
This is a podcast exclusive, but as
we'll give him a shout out just for appearing on the Street Pass UK one.
Yeah. Being very glad to see, because this is where this podcast was based on, really.
Inspired by.
I was thinking for it for a while, but after I saw that you could just do it over Skype, I was like, oh, I could do that probably.
Yeah.
And
I know. At the moment, unfortunately, they won't be able to do it over Twitch for a little while, but they are going to be slowly recording episodes and see what happens.
Micky
in the future.
helped support Neil with that.
Neil was having a bit of Twitch problems.
So we'll see if we can help him out with things like that in the future. But anyway, it's good to see that they're back and they get a shout out as well. I'm sure.
Yay!
So,
Keep your eyes peeled for that, I guess.
Ears, actually, I guess, but
Well, Jack, shut up.
Any other shout outs? Would anyone like to mention anyone? That's a no.
To our poor missing fellow podcaster Jay.
Oh yeah, Jay and
Who
Joe.
sadly can't be with us today.
What a shame!
I do have a good shout out to Street Pass LA for looking after them.
Yeah.
Because they do need looking after.
I think Joe takes care of that quite well. So
I've forgotten the name, but I think it's DS Paris or France?
Oh yeah, because like DS Paris as well.
Because they were there with them at the same time.
Oh, what are the chances of that? Eh?
Yeah, what the chances
Yeah.
of that? So we had 3 different countries of street class groups in one place at one time.
That's pretty.
Ooh,
Oh
it's
yeah, I
pretty
saw
cool.
that. That was.
So support your country of street pass groups. Yeah,
Yep, Street Pass in general.
in general, yes. Street Pass World. Yeah.
I want to shout out to the Toku podcast. I think yes, it's hosted by these Holly and Kate Gray, who used to work at O&M. I don't know where Holly's from, so sorry. But I listened to it on the way home from one of my exams. It's actually pretty funny.
Okay.
Very enjoyable. It's a bit gamey. Well, yeah, it's game orientated, but
That's alright. We like that kind of thing.
yeah, of course. So get them to listen. They're pretty good at it. Well,
Cool.
Oh, and my other shout out has to go to Game of Brentwood. Because earlier today on the recording, there were Robin and Lucina amiibo in stock. Only one of each.
And I've got both of them. Ha!
We can never-
Not the ones in stock. I put on the major.
I was able to get both of them. Thanks to my, like it's embarrassing, but like because I was at home, I couldn't get out, so
Oh.
I asked my mother because she was in she was in town, so I just can you just pick these up for
So
me?
your mum
please?
went and picked them up for you.
Yeah.
Can you go
Oh man,
get some action figures?
that's amazing.
But yeah, so
Shout out to Matthew's mum.
exactly.
Oh wow. Please tell her that.
Oh well, she'll
Mum,
probably just.
listen to my podcast, to my friends.
This is for you, Mum.
You'll never guess what you actually mentioned in it.
Oh, you might as well give a shout out to all the dads as well, since it's Father's Day. on the
Obviously,
weekend.
Oh yeah.
So,
any
hot
famous
thanks, Dad.
dads
You
in
won't listen to
Nintendo?
anyway.
Any famous dads? Anyone? Just quickly.
Famous dads. Cranky Kong. Does that
That's a
count?
grandfather, but still.
Oh, so,
From why not?
Crom.
Good one.
Oh, Marth. Oh, that's spoilers. Sorry.
Shut up.
I can't think of any more. I'm
Nessa's
done.
dad, for saving his game.
Mario and Luigi's dad, whoever he is.
Gonzalez.
You know. Gonzalez.
That's Spanish.
Gonzalez.
I'm looking through.
Stop cheating. You've got to try and think of it off the cuff. And
Yeah, you can't just think of Gonzalez.
technically, all the male Pokemon that you can breed with,
Every ditto around.
every Ditto, would be whatever you want it to be.
Oh, I think Ditto's genderless, isn't it? So, can't really.
Okay, let's not go into that now.
Yeah, this is getting awkward.
Oh,
This is supposed to be like a shout out, for God's sakes.
well, we're shouting
It
out
is.
to all the dads.
Shout out to all the dads.
And then it went to Ditto.
Whose fault was that?
Mine. Hands up. Anyway, any more shout outs or anything? Or is there anything else anyone wants to plug? Or
A
I
plug.
don't think so.
Oh, what about the Street Pass group you went and saw, Matt? You went
Oh
and
yeah,
watched
I went to Street Pass Southend. I went to them on Saturday, and I went to them on Tuesday to watch the digital event. Very fun times.
How was it watching it with loads of other people? Did you anything different happen? Or?
It was like when I went in there in April, it was like really packed and stuff because we were in the section. But now that the section we used to be in has been closed off to over 18s only, now we've been secluded to like just this pool table. So it's like really cramped now. So yeah, we were in there on Saturday and there were like a load of other people. Like I'm not like all these other people should get out because like it's for everybody to use. But like it's just so cramped like in there. But it's still fun. you know, um,
Shout out to Southend then.
yeah, Street Pass sale. Oh yeah, and I want to mention this. When we went on Saturday, me and my friend Jacob, who I met at my first Street Pass Southend event, we went amoeba hunting. We ran across like the whole high street, going from game to CX and then to Sainsbury's. He managed to find a Marth amiibo when when we returned to our first location, and when we looked at the other side. And then I broke down in the middle of the store when there were little kids getting the Skylanders. So, just shows how much. But I've got Robin and Lucina, so that's something. And I still have Ike, so I still have more Fire Emblem than him. Mickey, Dan, Sam, any shoutouts for you guys?
I can't think of any. Sorry.
Yeah, me neither.
Jack's
So-
covered mine.
Street Pass Southampton.
Yeah.
We love you all.
That's pretty cool.
We're sorting it out. We'll be there soon for the next one.
Hopefully. Touch wood.
Sure.
But yeah, thanks for everything. Just go follow Street Pass Southampton and Street Pass UK, and see if there's any more events near you. Anywhere.
Check out the main website, of course.
Check out the main website.
And where can we find Dan and Mickey?
Well, the
Oh,
podcast.
Like on your Twitter and that.
on the Twitters, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your Twitter handles?
You can find me on Twitter at FalcorVGC. And Dan.
Well, I'm not going to be able to spell out my name. I'm sure one of you
We'll
guys
share it.
mention me.
We'll share it. Yes. Okay. Brilliant. Cool. Cool. Happy days. Sort of.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, Dan. And,
Yeah.
It's all right.
Mickey, thank
Yeah.
you
A lovely addition.
for filling in for Jay's big space.
Big space.
Big Zelda filled space.
Or as big as he's going to
mean-
be when he gets back from America.
I mean, I talked about his beard earlier, but you just called him fat. That's mean.
I didn't mean. Oh, that's going to come back with me. Though.
Whatever. We'll deal with it when he rages.
Yeah. This should be funny then.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
So that's goodbye from me, I guess.
Yeah. And also we've got Oh yeah. Also, I've just seen Dan's tweet now, having some quiet carnage courtesy of Buxton Brewery while recording End Podcast System.
I was going to
Hey.
Promotions. We take
I want
money.
to comment on that. Just read that out.
I just remembered Nintendo Voice. There as well. Shouts to them. We may be doing crossover with them.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
And the End Podcast System just followed me. Oh my goodness. I'm
Yes.
already getting plugged.
Cool. Anyway,
But yeah, you can find us on Twitter at End Podcast System. We're also on Facebook, which is run by Jack.
me.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll put a link on there to the 360 video from E3 from Nintendo as well, because it was still pretty cool. But you got to watch it on your mobile, so
Yeah.
Just so you get the
Even the 360.
Our email, send us questions, either to one of us, like what's your favourite game and stuff like that, or trivial, because I always like, oh yeah,
I
Jack,
knew you were going to come to this.
how many
I don't-
amiibo are there?
Oh God.
There are lots.
Matt, did you find out the answer or
Did you?
not?
I think
Oh,
Jay
no,
did
because
find
I
out
was
the
waiting
answer,
for
actually.
this big reveal.
When Jay comes back, he'll give the answer, because he does know the answer.
We
He
promised
Well,
it
no,
this
but-
episode, didn't we?
He said he was wrong. I don't know if you are right.
When we
so-
when,
Yeah, but
when
like,
we bring up this
10 more have been
answer,
announced
like,
at E3, so it's all going to be void now.
Well,
when
can we have some
bring it
new
up-
questions, please, from the
Please,
lovely
anything to save us from this
listeners.
fresh hell of amiibo
Please.
madness.
Help me. I need help. Send
when we
an
bring it up
SOS.
next time, we're just going to add like a little flashback to it, like a little harp sound effect, and just a bit faded out.
Ding-a-ling.
But yeah,
Yes, give us
that's our
questions.
our email is at is Nintendo Podcast System at gmail.com. You can also find it on YouTube. It's the same name again. We're up to 10 subscribers.
Yeah!
But that's
Over
still 10.
400.
Double digits now.
Over 440 views as well. Thank you very much, everyone, for looking at it and listening to it, I guess.
I might go and make that 11.
Yeah!
Yeah, alright.
I'm still kind of hoping on feedback. Like, I hate to be like a bit selfish, but it seems a bit empty when like.
Yeah. We don't know.
I mean,
People were listening to it, they hadn't complained
Yeah, like,
yet, so we must be doing something right.
Who is it? Like,
Ben replied last episode, you said, but it's cool.
Ben?
Yeah, Ben.
Probably
He
Ben.
dressed like a chicken.
That guy, yeah, that's what I meant. Shout out to him then.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Ben.
But yeah, it was pretty fun.
When's the next one?
66.
66.
There's 66 amiibos, not released and released. So, thank God. There we go. We have the answer, people. Matt, shut up. It's 66. Take the answer and run away.
Quiet time.
I want to be safe from this hell.
It's 2/3
I'll
of the devil.
leave it.
2/3 of the devil is amiibos.
You
There
can
go.
send your amiibo-related trivia questions to
Yes, please.
@Gorny7789.
Thanks, Micky.
Yes, aim it all at Jack.
Pro mode.
Yes,
Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We hope to hear from you
we'll
all
put our
soon.
Twitter links in the description below. Our next recording is scheduled, I guess, for 3rd of July. That's because it's every 2 weeks.
We won't be able to do that one.
Okay,
But
so
we will discuss that in the
next one.
future.
But yeah,
I might have
that's
to fall out
when
that
we're planning. But make sure to send in your questions, if any, by then. And spread the word, of course, naturally. To anywhere you can. And see you guys next time. Bye.
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 Goodbye.
Bye, people.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to say thank you to Dan and Micky for coming on the podcast.
You're more than welcome.
Thanks.
Yep. So bye.
See ya.